This nervous girl is going to die. A group of monsters appear and corner Mary. Mary panics when a larger monster appears. They want the girl alive. They keep coming closer and closer to the girl. Mary is terrified and backs away. She falls into the bathtub. The shower curtain temporarily blocked the monster's attack. The monsters were so vicious, they kept stabbing the curtain with their knives. They flipped the curtain to the floor. The monsters slowly made their way to Mary. Mary finally survived. But where did they come from? It all started with her parents, Jack and Luna. Jack and Luna were married, and Jack had a lovely daughter. Her name was Mary. One day, they found a basement in their garden, but they didn't know where to get in. Jack, the designer, realized that there was a hollow wall inside the house and the entrance must be there. He smashed the wall with a hammer and a big door appeared. Jack and his family are very happy, but the butler is very nervous because the basement hides a terrible secret. The previous owner of the house had mysteriously disappeared. His nanny had her teeth brutally pulled out and died. The culprit was hidden in the fireplace that was too deep to see. A teddy bear suddenly came to life and spoke to Mary. Mary was so happy that she reached out to pet the shy bear. But then, the weirdness didn't end there. There was something under the covers. Mary hurriedly lifted the covers and dove under them, and then she saw a horrible sight. Hearing the screams, Mr. and Mrs. Jack rushed to their daughter's room. Mary cried and said there was a terrible monster in the room. Jack thought his daughter was having a nightmare, so he didn't take it seriously. In the morning, when Jack wanted to shave, he realized that his razor was missing. They were in a hurry to leave for a meeting and Luna handed him her shaver. Jack was very confused. Luna went to the bedroom to get changed, only to find that her dress had been cut up with scissors. Jack suspected that Mary had something to do with it. He scolded his daughter in front of Luna. Luna is Mary's stepmother. They got married, but Mary always didn't like her stepmother. Jack could only make Luna happy in bed at night. Whenever he did, Mary in the next room blocked the window with a pillow. Too many strange things happened in the room, and only the butler knew why. While Jack and Mary were out, Butler decided to plug the hole. Just as he was about to tighten the screws, the toolbox behind him fell on the floor. Butler hurriedly got up to check. Just then, Luna came to visit the butler in the hospital. That's when she realized her house was a murder house. The girl was tied up by a group of small monsters, and she struggled desperately. But the monsters were so strong that they dragged her into the basement. The sleeping stepmother slowly wakes up and hears Mary's cries for help from the basement. Determined, she grabbed a flashlight and rushed down. She was horrified by the scene in the basement, where Mary was about to be dragged into the fireplace. The stepmother dropped the flashlight, clamped her legs around the rope, and pulled out a knife to cut it. The monster immediately increased the force of his tugging on the rope. Soon, the rope was finally cut by the knife. This made the monster very angry. The stepmother was dragged against the wall and the monsters broke her legs. She was dragged into the fireplace. Mary was furious to see her stepmother taken away. She smashed the monster chief with flashlight and Saturday on the floor in sadness. At that moment, her father, Jack, finally arrived. Before he could comfort his daughter, he saw his wife crawling out of the fireplace. Jack rushed to save her, but she was once again pulled into the endless abyss. The stepmother gave her life to protect Mary. Years later, Jack and Mary came back to the house, which had been abandoned for a long time. Mary placed a painting on the floor, which contained her thoughts about her stepmother. After they left, the painting was blown into the basement and sucked into the fireplace.